you want to talk about maybe for Sylvia your role in the party, maybe when you joined in '01, and then I think you became chair 18 months later.
Oh, three lah.
Yeah, '03, and that was quite quick succession to that position. Could you take us through that?
Well, I think it was because we just didn't have enough people at the time. Yeah, I mean, really, frankly, because when I joined the party in November 2001, we didn't even have, I think, enough people to fill all the seats in the CEC, the Central Executive Committee, compared to today when, it's hotly contested because many people actually want to be in the committee. So at that time, we were short of people, and we were also wanting to work towards building the party for the future elections, right? And the next election would be in 2006. So whoever was in the leadership at that time thought that it would be good if I contested for the chair position. So we had a vote on it, and the majority of the cadres decided to support me as a new person. So I'm quite honored by that, and they've never had a woman also, in such a position. So, I've been there in that position for the last 22 years. It's quite, probably institutionally a little bit embarrassing, I think.
Why is it embarrassing?
Yeah, because there is such a thing as not overstaying your welcome, right? And so I have always hoped, especially in the last few years, that we would be able to have a new person taking over, but looks like it would just be a little bit longer. Yeah. So it was a very different period of time. I think in 2001 and '03 when I became the chair.
Do you see yourself eventually moving on from that position, and when would that be? But when would that be? You think next GE?
When the party is ready and elects a new chairperson, I would be most happy to pass the torch on.
In 2018, there was the leadership transition in the party. From Mr. Lau to the leader of opposition, Pritam. And you remain as chair, At that point, did you ever consider, like, hey, throw my name into the hat and to also, I don't know, to become perhaps the first secretary of the party?
No.
No.
Never.
Why not?
I've never aspired to be the secretary of the party. Because I prefer to do what I'm doing now as the chairperson. I don't think that I will be the best person to be the secgen. Number one, I worry a lot. So I think the level of worry for a person who carries the role of a leader of the opposition, but that came later. But as a secgen of the party, can be tremendous, It's not that I don't worry now in my position, but at least I know that it's a team thing, and my role is actually to lead in certain ways, but in the end, we all know the SecGen is the CEO. It's like in the PAP, the SecGen is the Prime Minister of Singapore, and it's quite clear, in that sense. So I have never aspired to be the SecGen, and I think I play my role best, in this capacity which I have now.
I think I want to mash two things together now. It will be a miss for me not to say this. If talk about different roles, right? And of course, I want to ask a footballing thing to you.
Oh, okay.
If the role of what would you say is the role of the SecGen in football terms? Maybe is it the captain of the team?
Leadership-wise, yes, I agree. But if you talk about football technicalities and what position they should play, that one we may have to go into more details.
Right. So for as a chair, what would be that role on the team, football team that you play?
Okay, I would like to speak more from the fact that I am now, considered a senior member of the party, also because of the length of time that I've been there. Right. So I would say that, for me, I find that I contribute best now in some kind of a custodian position, So for instance, so I don't know whether you call it goalkeeper or defender, I don't know lah. But the fact is that because, say in Parliament, for instance, I'm the one in WP with the most parliamentary experience because I had one term as a non-constituency MP, 2006, before we were elected in 2011. So now I'm in a sense the one with the most experience on our side. And when certain things happen, I can roughly tell that, okay, this is the pattern. Normally it'll either be this way or that way, you know. So I find that that's where I can contribute best. So I would say that my role now is not so much to be the attacker, which I've done already, or to be the one that's the main person to be attacked. I've also done that, you know. So now I think it's good for the MPs who need, you know, this frontline experience to actually be put in the front line more. So I find myself sort of going into a role of like I say, a more of a custodian role. I mean, that's what I see here.
Right.